Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Livi Birch about Stranger Things Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Season 4. Recently dropped and took the world by storm. Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
This is really cool. I mean, I have specific questions about your scenes in the Creel house and the flashbacks and everything, but I mean, you're part of arguably like the biggest show on the planet. So what's it like being part of the Stranger Things universe specifically?
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, everyone everywhere knows Stranger Things. It's amazing to be a part of such a show that's such a family, and it's great to be a part of a show that's seen around the world and everyone loves so much. So
yeah, absolutely, around the world. I mean, it drops and instantly everyone gets to watch it. Were you preparing yourself a little bit, knowing that everyone was going to be able to see it super quick?
I mean, I don't think I was really prepared, honestly, because I mean, I did not expect to get this much Alice love. So I was very happily surprised by all the love that was for Alice. So I was very excited.
In terms of auditioning, did you audition for Alice? Like, what was that like in terms of getting cast for this?
I did audition, yes, and it was funny story. I auditioned while I was shooting another one of my movies in South Africa. So while I was doing it, I was in a hotel room with period hair because we were trying out stuff on my hair for the show. So it's a miracle that I got it, honestly, with period hair. But it was amazing, and I got really excited once I found out because I hadn't watched the show. So then I watched it, and I loved it immediately. And so it was a dream come true to be on it.
Sometimes they tell you a lot, sometimes they don't in terms of like what you're auditioning for. Were you aware it was part of like a flashback scene with Creel House? Like, did you know a lot about it?
Honestly, no. I did not know that my brother was, spoiler alert, Vecna. It's a very big plot twist to me as well. So I was like, Raphael, the lucky one. But it was amazing just to get the audition, honestly. So when I booked it, just knowing that I had a part in it, I was just ecstatic. So
And what's your mindset in terms of going back in time for these scenes, basically? Like being part of a flashback scene is obviously kind of what it looks like, the aesthetic. Like what's that mindset like preparation wise, doing the Creel House scenes?
I think you have to have a good mindset and know who your character really is and know what they like and what they dislike. And you have to kind of know the time. So me and my mom, we would listen to the radio, like the song that went on the radio, Dream a Little Dream of Me, to get me kind of into it. And I actually learned to sing it. So we really like went back into that time kind of. I mean, we still watch TV, but we really thought about that time period and what Alice would be like in that time period.
And I do find it pretty interesting too, because you look at a lot of your scenes, obviously it's like the behind the scenes, it's kind of like the origins of Vecna, like you said, spoiler alert, if you didn't know. But like a lot of those scenes that you did obviously were like in the house or outside that house. So what was it like kind of shooting at the Creel house?
I mean, it's a beautiful house, but it's really creepy.
Oh, it is, eh? Right?
It's creepy in real life. I mean, it's spoiler, it's fake, but it's a really cool house, and there are weird things that would actually happen in that house. Like there was this one clock that would keep ticking, and people thought people were like actually making it tick, but no, it was really ticking. So that was a little creepy. So I was watching Raphael. I wasn't watching him then, but now I'm like, wait. But it was really cool to just do it in that house and to really immerse yourself in that time period.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've interviewed Raphael and we've interviewed Kevin L. Johnson as well. What was it like kind of working with that cast specifically?
They were amazing. Raphael and Kevin and Tyner were all really nice, and they all got really into their characters. So it was really amazing working with them. And I got to work with Sean Levy and the Duffer Brothers. So it was amazing getting to work with people who've worked with such big actors and have such a way of like doing their job, which was just amazing to watch.
A little break from Stranger Things. I mean, you have it in the background. That's a film, Tulsa, that you worked on as well. What can you tell me about that movie specifically?
Well, that was actually my first big It was my first time I was the lead. I played Tulsa, and I did that when I was 10, and it was just an amazing experience, and I'm so grateful I got to have that, because without it, I don't think I would have been prepared for anything else that I've done. So it was just a great experience to be able to do, and I really loved doing it.
So you did that, and then you did Stranger Things, basically. What was the two, or was one before the other?
I did Tulsa when I was I turned 10 on set, actually, and then after that I did a couple other films. I think I did His Killer Fan, and Nash, and then I did Redeeming Love, and that's when I auditioned for Stranger Things, and then after Redeeming Love I did Stranger Things, but it was kind of on and off for the years because of COVID, so they had to keep bringing me back and forth because they didn't know the schedule.
And I think in terms of when they were gonna, like with COVID, it's just kind of you go in and you officially wrap your scenes and everything, and then you're just basically playing the waiting game because you legit don't know when the thing's gonna come out, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was so hard because I wanted to tell everyone so bad. But I waited it out, didn't tell anyone except my family. But it was just an amazing experience, and I'm so glad I got to be a part of that show, and it was just so fun.
Well, I think the coolest thing was the fact that the first kind of taste or teaser that the world got about Stranger Things season 4 was the Creel house, which was really cool. Remember that teaser and everything? What was going through your mind when that teaser came out?
I didn't think I'd get my own teaser, like our family would get our own teaser. So it was very exciting for me because it was like 3 or 4 of the teasers that they gave out. And it was just really exciting because there was so much excitement over it, and everyone just loved Alice and loved Henry and loved all the characters of the Creel house, which was great, honestly. So it was just amazing that it happened so fast.
What do you like the most specifically about acting? Like, is there something you like the most of it over other things specifically?
I mean, I think it's kind of fun that you get to pretend and immerse yourself in being someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always loved acting, and I've always loved singing, which brought me into acting. And it's just something I love to do so much. I'm so grateful I get to do it, and it's just so fun for me, and I enjoy it so much.
It's interesting too because like you said, the Alice reception's been amazing. There's been a lot of memes, a lot of fan art and everything. What's that like, kind of seeing everything on social media? It's pretty crazy.
I mean, it is very, very, very crazy. I mean, was that one theory about her being Karen Wheeler, and there was all those theories about.
I saw that. I forgot about that. I saw that early on, and I totally forgot about that till now.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was true, but I was like, if this is true, I'm going to be very
Well, that's
excited.
the thing, too. I bet people think that you know things because you're...
Yeah, I wish I did, but I don't. So I'm as clueless as you all, honestly.
Is it pretty cool to kind of see, because I was doing, like, during the pandemic, I was doing, like, a lot of Instagram lives with a lot of people and a lot of Netflix shows and everything, and we did this really cool thing called I called it like the global waterfall, where like everyone would say like where they're from, and you'd see all the comments where everyone's from. Do you see that a little bit on your social media? That literally, because Stranger Things is so worldwide on Netflix, like you're probably getting fan reactions like from literally all over the world, right?
Yeah, I am. I mean, it's crazy that all these people around the world are watching Alice and have just so much love for her. I get some from Brazil. I get some from like Italy or something. It's just amazing to feel all the love for Alice. So
we know there's some things you can say and can't say depending on projects. What can you say in terms of some of your upcoming projects that you've been working on or that you recently wrapped?
I recently wrapped a Sony TV series, which I played the lead, Anna Wilson. And it's a story about a family who loses their life in the city, and they have to come out and live in the country. And it's not Anna's favorite thing, but she walks home one day from school, and a horse may or may not appear and may or may not change her family's life for the better. So I think it's a really good story, and it's for the family, and I think everyone would love it.
Wow, that's cool. No, that sounds awesome. That was a lot more details than I thought you were going to tell me. No, that's awesome. Immersing yourself into the different worlds, that was interesting that you said that, because I agree. That's like the best thing about storytelling. Seeing all the different characters and backstory specifically on a show like Stranger Things, I feel like working on a show like that really makes you appreciate storytelling even more, right, Livy?
Yeah, I mean, the writers are so talented, and the directors are talented, and all the actors who are a part of that show, everyone who has a little role or a big role in it, they just all do their jobs so well. That's what brings the show really together, and it's just amazing to be a part of that story.
Oh, absolutely. Livy, thank you so much for coming on Pop Turnitive. It was great chatting with you.
You too.
So, yeah, Stranger Things Volume 1 and 2 of Season 4 are up now. If people haven't seen it, which might be unlikely at this point.
Yeah.
It's around. There's an Instagram account that people can keep up to date with for everything in regards to yourself, right?
Yes, my Instagram, and I just got TikTok, and I have Twitter as well. It's Facebook, not Twitter. Don't know what that is. It is Livy B Official, and that's where you can follow me and get updates on my acting and my music.
Awesome. Well, this has been Pop Turnitive, youtube.com/Pop Turnitive for previous episodes. Until next time, this is Livi Birch, who plays Alice Creel in Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 1 and 2. Until next time, it's Livi Birch and PD Beats, signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Pop Turnitive. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Pop Turnitive on YouTube. Be sure to like Pop Turnitive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.